Hello, in this video I'm going to be explaining how to send bulk emails with customization, and I will also be explaining how to schedule and send emails in the same way. So we are going to be using this Google Sheet that you see on the screen, and we are going to do it in a very customizable way. This Google Sheet is going to be integrated with your Gmail, and I will explain in detail in this video about how to do it. Let's begin with some examples. So this is an example email. Let's look at the subject here. John, enjoy a special treat on us. And let me read out the body of the email. Hi John, hope you're doing great. As one of your valued customers at Burger's restaurant, we are excited to offer you something special as a thank you for your loyalty. Your loyalty points, 80, your exclusive coupon, there is a link. We truly appreciate your continued support and hope you enjoy this little treat. Bon appetit. Oliver, Team Burger's restaurant. Now, if you look at this email, let's identify which are the words or which are the parts that are dynamic, that is required to change for every email. So the name that you can see here, this needs to change in every email. There is a name here also, and the loyalty points. The loyalty point is going to be different for each customer. The coupon link also is going to be different for each customer. And that is pretty much it. So these parts need to differ for each email that you send because the customer name is there. Now imagine this restaurant is going to send emails to hundreds of its customers, and if we're going to do it manually, it's going to take a lot of time. So the problem that we're trying to solve right now is, even with these customizations, how are we going to send this email very easily? Let's look at some more examples. So this is an email from a grocery store to a customer, and the store is giving a birthday reward to that customer. In this case, let's read the email. Subject has the customer name, John, happy birthday, a special surprise inside. And then we have the email body. Hi John, wishing you the happiest of birthdays from all of us at grocery store. We have added a little something to your account to celebrate your day. Birthday reward, $10 gift card, your exclusive coupon. There is a link for the coupon, and go ahead and treat yourself. You deserve it. Warm wishes, Olivia, manager. In this case, the customer name here and the customer name here, and the birthday reward, the coupon link, all of these change for every individual email. Let's look at the third example. This is a report sent by a teacher to a parent about the student's report. So let's look at this. The subject is your child's progress report. In this case, the subject is not dynamic. The subject is static. It remains the same in all the emails. But we have got the parent's name here. Hi, Mr. John. I hope you're doing well. I am pleased to share your child's Term 1 progress report with you. Remarks. Now in this case, the student remark differs for each report, each email. So that is dynamic. report link, that also changes. If you would like to discuss anything in detail, feel free to book a time with me, booking.google.com. Looking forward to partnering with you for your child's continued success. Now, this does not change in all the emails. Warm regards, Mrs. Olivia, class teacher, and the school name. So these are some of the examples. The common thing that you see in all of these emails is there are certain parts of the email which needs to be common for all the customers or all the recipients, but certain parts change. So with the Google Sheets that we have, we're going to solve this problem. Instead of having to manually type all of these emails, we are going to enter the details in the spreadsheet, and we are going to send email through the spreadsheet. Now let me go to the spreadsheet. This is the spreadsheet that we're talking about. Now the spreadsheet by default, it has only two tabs visible: send email and template. The student report, burger restaurant, grocery store, all these tabs are created by me, which I'll explain in a minute. But when you get the spreadsheet, you will get only these two tabs. Let's look at the template tab first. This is where we have to create the template for the email that you're going to send, right? So let's just look at this. We have got the subject here. So in the subject, we got the recipient name and write subject here. So whichever is blue, these are not the input cells. You don't need to enter any details here. But wherever it is green, it needs to be entered. Let's take this, for example, the first email, the email from the burgers restaurant. So in this case, we need to enter the subject. The subject has got to be, we don't need to enter John, because if we enter John, we are hard coding it. We shouldn't enter John. Instead, we will just enter enjoy a special treat on us. I will show you the one that I've already entered. So I have just duplicated the template sheet, created a new tab, and I'm entering all these details here. So recipient name, I'm not going to enter here. I will tell you where to enter this later. So just enter what is the common subject for all the recipients. Salutation, hi. And then again, no need to enter the recipient's name here. Body of the email. Now the body of the email is divided into three parts. Let's look at part 1. Hope you're doing great. As one of our valued customers at Burgers, this entire line I have typed it here. Now the second part here, I'm entering your loyalty points, and after this we can see content 2 is there. Okay, this is the dynamic content that we need to enter. We shouldn't be entering here, but the understanding that the thing that we have to understand here is body 1 is going to be static. There is nothing attached with that. Okay, there is no link attached with that. It remains just like that. But part 2 and part 3, you can attach some link or any message along with that. I will explain this further. In this case, your loyalty points is entered here. I'm not going to enter the loyalty point anywhere here, because that is different for each customer. Body part 3, your exclusive coupon, right? And then the signature is same for signature is the one that comes after whatever dynamic content we're giving. So we truly appreciate your continued support and hope you enjoy this little treat. Bon appetit. Okay, this remains the same for all the customers. And then sender's name, again I'm not going to enter here. Whichever changes for each one of the recipient, should not be entered here. Whichever is common for all the customers, that is what needs to be entered here. Right? So let's look at the same for the next email, the grocery store. Right? So again, this has been created by duplicating the template tab. Right? I just duplicated the template tab and I edited. No need to add or remove any rows or columns. Just enter the information in the green cells. The instructions are also given here. Only in the green cells we need to enter the information. Right? So grocery store, we have entered the same. Right? So birthday reward, your exclusive coupon, and then the signature, everything is entered here. Third one. So student report. In student report, we don't have the recipient's name or any dynamic name in the subject. Right? So we're just entering the subject. Don't be bothered about the recipient's name here. Let's just enter the subject. I will explain later about how this works. Salutation, we are entering here. Body part 1, we are entering here. Now in this case, body part 2, since the remarks change for every student, we need to enter the remarks here, and I will explain where to enter the remark. And report, and then the signature. If you would like to discuss anything in detail, this entire part, including the link, which is going to be common message for all the students, is going to be entered here, and then the sender's name, which we don't need to enter here. So whatever template needs to be created, duplicate, don't change the template itself. Let's preserve this. Duplicate the template tab, create a new tab, name it correctly, and then enter all the necessary details in the green highlighted cells. Now let's come to send email. I have already entered some examples in the send email tab. I will explain how this works. So column A is for the serial number. If you want, you can enter the numbers here like this. In column B, we have to enter the to address, like how I've entered here. If you want to send to more than one emails, just enter it separated by commas. That will work. And in column C, we have to enter the recipient name. Right? So I've entered here. Now this name is what is going to show up here in the subject, also here in the salutation as well. Now if you want to add any CC emails, please add here in column B. If you want to add any BCC emails, please add here in column E. Again, if you want to enter any multiple emails, please enter it separated by commas. It will work. Now in column F, we need to enter the sender's name. That is, who's going to send the email, that person's name with the designation, whatever details required. So I can show you some examples. In the first email case, you can see I've entered this entire salutation, the signature part. Right? In the second email, I have entered this. In the third email, I've entered all of this. Right? So that is entered. Now column G contains a drop down. Now in this drop down, whatever tabs you're creating, all the tabs except the send email tab, all the tabs, whenever you create any new tab, it will immediately show up here. Let me duplicate this, for example, test. You can see it shows up here, right? So the purpose of column G, content sheet, is to pick your email template, right? So you can see the first two entries I've made is for the first example that I've shown. So I have named it as Burgers Restaurant and I have picked that template. In the second one, I have named it as Grocery Store and I have picked that. Third one, Student Report. Likewise, you can create any number of tabs and pick the template in column G. Now column H and I, this is where we have to enter the customized information for the specific customer or the student, whoever you're sending to, right? So let's take the burger restaurant as an example, right? So in this case, just look at where content 2 is. You can see the name of the column is content 2 and content 3, right? So just look at where content 2 and where content 3 is. In content 2, you need to enter the loyalty points. In content 3, you have to enter the link for the coupon, right? So in this case, let's look at this example. John. To John, I need to give a loyalty point of 80. For David, he has a loyalty point of 50. So we're entering the information here, right? And the coupon link, the full link needs to be entered. We should not be entering link and then hyperlink it. That will not work. The full link needs to be entered here. And column J is for, by the way, it is not necessary that you have to enter the link only in this column. You can enter any information in any of these columns. If you want to enter numbers or remarks or anything, you can enter it anywhere, right? So you cannot attach any files, but you can maybe upload file in a Google Drive link and make the access open and attach that link, then the customer will get that. Column J is for comment. Now this is not going to be a part of the email that you're going to send. This is only for your information. Okay, if you want to remember something about this email, just type it here. It's not going to show up in the email. Now we have next three columns. These are the columns that trigger the action. Let's start with column K. If you want to send this, let's take this as an example. If you want to send this email right now, immediately, then you can click on this tick box, and once you click on this tick box, I have already sent the email. That's the reason why you are able to see the status here, email sent, right? And then as soon as you click on this, once the email is sent, it will show the status as email sent, or if it gets any error, if it is not sent for any reason, it will show that also. And it will also show details about when the email was sent, right? If this column is already there, then if you tick this again, you will not be able to send the email again. You have to clear this and send the email again. So that is how the send email, that is what the purpose of send email is. If you want to send the email to this customer straight away, immediately, you need to tick this. But if you want to schedule the email, right? So if you want to schedule this for later, let's say I want to send this email on 7th of April and I want to send it at 10 a.m. Right? You can type it here. Then you can tick this box. Batch email is there, right? You can tick this box. Then what will happen is on 7th April, 10 a.m., this email will be sent automatically, right? So you can schedule any number of emails like this. Whichever emails that you want to send, you have to enter the scheduled date as well as the time, and you have to tick column M, right? So both of these need to be there in order for you to schedule and send the email. You can schedule any number of emails that you want to send. The status column, as I explained, whenever the email is sent, you will get the status whether the email is successfully sent or not. And as I said, sent on, when the email was sent, it will, whether it is these two columns work for both send email as well as schedule email, the batch email. Both the cases it works. Alright, next I'm going to explain. If you see, there is a column that I've hidden here. This column is called recipient name in subject ? Okay, the purpose of this is, do you want the recipient's name in the subject? In this case, the customer's name is in the subject, so yes, we want. In this case also it is there, but in this case we don't want it, right? So there is no customer name, there is no student name in the subject. So in these two cases, these are the two entries for that. In these two cases, I can untick this, right? So when you untick this, you will not see the name of the recipient in the subject, but you will anyway see it in the salutation, because that will be needed, right? So even though it is here in the template, if you untick it here, you will no longer be able to see, only for the specific emails, you will not be able to see the recipient name in the subject. This is hidden by default because it is not very commonly used. When you need to have control of it, you can unhide and make necessary changes. Now let me show you an example of the email that has been sent with this. So let's take this example. We have already created the template, right, for the burger restaurant, and we have filled the to address. These two are the sample entries that we have used for this example. We are going to send email to John and David, right? No CC/BCC is required here because I don't need it for this specific email. Sender's name, whatever name we need to have in the salutation, in the signature, we can enter here. And content sheet, that is the template that I need to use. It is selected correctly. And what is the loyalty points that John has entered? That is entered here. What is the loyalty points that David has? That is entered here. And the coupon link for John, the coupon link for David. Comment if needed. Let's enter. Once you enter all this information, we need to either schedule or send email. I'm not going to send email now because these two emails are just examples, they don't exist. However, I can show you the email output that I had previously sent. So this is how the email appears to the customer, right? So whatever you have entered in the template and in the sheet, it just goes as the email. So look at the subject here. We have got the name, and whatever you entered here is coming here. The salutation with the recipient name, and this is body part 1, this is body part 2, and we have the content 2 here. Body part 3, we have the content 3 here, signature part, and the sender's name, right? And look at the same email for David. So you can see that the name is changed in the subject as well as in the salutation. The loyalty points and the coupon has also changed, right? And it has sent the email. All right, great. So that is all I had to explain about this email automation system. All you need to have to make this work is a free Google account and this spreadsheet, as well as the integration with Gmail. So more instructions will be given along with the link of this spreadsheet. The link for this spreadsheet is going to be entered in the description. If you are interested in this, please click on the link in the description and look at the details. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a great day.